welcome to Weekly News Highlights with me, Hasina Momtaz. Here are the top stories for this week. On Tuesday, Parliament passed the Anti-Terrorism Amendment Bill 2013 amid a boycott by the BNP-led opposition lawmakers who termed it a black law aimed at intensifying government repression of the opposition. Piloted by Home Minister Muhyiddin Khan Alamgir, the bill was passed by an oral vote to effectively curb terrorism through interstate cooperation. The bill also gives the central bank the authority to freeze suspicious accounts without court orders. The present government had enacted the law first in 2009, following which it was amended last year. The latest amendment aims to overcome some shortcomings in terms of curbing terrorism through interstate cooperation and checking terror financing, says the bill. In protest at the bill, several BNP MPs, including Maudud Ahmad, who led the opposition bench in the absence of the leader of the opposition, Khaleda Zia, excoriated the government, saying that the bill was more repressive compared to the Special Powers Act 1974 passed during the tenure of Bangabandhu's government. Discussing the bill, Maudud said that according to the redefinition of terrorism, individuals can be included in the bill as well as organisations, which he feared would be misused to intensify oppression and harassment of opposition leaders and activists. Under the bill, police have been given arbitrary powers to freeze any bank account and confiscate any individual's wealth without seeking prior permission from the courts, pointed out Maudud. Under the current law, police have to inform the courts about freezing bank accounts or confiscating the wealth of an individual. On Thursday, BNP leaders told Parliament that the government of Bangladesh had influenced the city corporation elections. They said the parliamentary leaders of Awami League had visited the city corporation area to influence people and the governing body of the elections. In this situation, BNP leaders say that they want an armed presence during the city elections. However, Awami League leaders say that there is no need for armed force in the city, as elections are being conducted in the same fair and free way as they have been done with previous elections. Stressing the importance of maintaining departmental discipline, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina on Thursday warned the police that the government has adopted a zero-tolerance policy to indiscipline and no one will be spared if found guilty. She said this during a passing out ceremony of the 30th batch of Assistant Superintendents of Police at the Sadar Police Academy. She stated that it was a sacred duty of the police force to always serve the people. She asked the members of the police force to be more proactive in combating crimes. She told the police to use modern technologies to combat crimes like international regional terrorism and militancy, cybercrimes and money laundering. She said that every member of the police force has to be skilled in information technology and attain the international standard to detect crimes and criminals. Home Minister Dr. Muhyiddin Khan Alamgir and State Minister for Home Shamsul Haq Tuku were also present at the ceremony. On Saturday, voting in 652 centres in Rajshahi, Khulna, Borishal and Sylhet for the City Corporation elections kicked off at 8 a.m. and continued until 4 p.m. The two main political parties have taken these polls very seriously as they are taking place only 6 months before the next general elections. Each of the cities is fielding 3 candidates running for the mayor's office. Electronic voting machines will be in use at centres of only 1 ward in each city. Votes will be cast through ballots in all the other centres. Around 20,000 members of the police, RAB, ANSAR, VDP and Coast Guard will be deployed to maintain law and order during the polls. Almost 70% of 70 million takas has been allotted for these elections and will be spent on maintaining law and order. More than 12,000 Election Commission officials will be working to conduct the polls, while some 650 members of a vigilance team will observe the polls to ensure that the elections have been held freely and fairly. In Rajshahi, the 3 mayoral candidates for the Awami League are Central Committee members. They are Metropolitan Unit General Secretary AHM Khairuzaman Litton, BNP Central Committee member and Metropolitan Juba Dal convener Masadduq Hussain Bulbul and independent contestant Habibur Rahman. Rajshahi Regional Election Officer Subhash Chandra Sarkar will be the returning officer for the election. 3 candidates are vying for the office of mayor, while 155 candidates are contesting for general ward councillor posts and 66 candidates are standing for the position of reserved councillors. The outgoing Khulna City Mayor Talukdur Abdul Khalik is running for re-election. He is backed by the ruling Awami League. Borishal's regional election official Mustafa Farooq will be the returning officer in the Khulna polls. Besides the 3-pronged mayoral race, 137 contestants are vying for the general ward councillor posts and 45 are contesting for the reserved councillor positions. In Borishal City, the Awami League-backed candidate is Shaukat Hussain Hiran. His rivals are Ahsan Habib Kamal, supported by the BNP-led 18-party alliance. The joint convener of Juba League's Metropolitan Unit, Mahmoudul Haq Khan Mamoon, is the third candidate. Khulna's regional election official, Mujibur Rahman, will be the returning officer for the Barishal polls. Besides the three mayoral candidates, a further 116 candidates are contesting the general ward councillor posts and 45 candidates are fielded for the reserved councillor positions. In Sylhet, Nagarik Committee candidate Badaruddin Ahmad Kamran, who is also the president of the Metropolitan Awami League, is the main candidate and has the support of the ruling coalition. Sambalita Nagarik Jot, candidate Ariful Haq Chaudhry, also a member of BNP's Central Committee, is taking part in the polls too. He has been backed by the 18-party alliance. Businessman Salauddin Rimon is the third contestant in this race to be mayor. 139 candidates are vying for the general ward councillor posts and 35 for the reserved councillor positions. That rounds off our coverage of the top stories for this week. Thank you for watching and join me again at the same time next week. Allah Hafiz.